Doing. I'm gonna try to get comfortable, I think. All right, we're doing a live stream today. I didn't edit my video in time, but we have a bunch of new people, and I don't think I've done a live stream since I've been in Florida. So I figured this would be a great opportunity to meet everybody, give some people a chance to hop on. It's a beautiful day here. Hello, I'm doing great. How are you, Mr. Universe? Hello, Colin from Scotland. Clint from Texas. Hi, Bill. I'm doing great. We got Bruce back there somewhere. Tampa is so awesome. I actually really like Tampa. It's way better than the other side, for sure. The weather in Florida is good. It's about a high of 55 today. So, what's up, 909 Adventures? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. It's actually kind of cold, but I'm not complaining. It could be colder, you know. Ooh, I love San Luis Obispo. I was just talking about that area the other day. That's probably one of my favorite beach towns in the country. Top 5 for sure. Trailblazers, all right. I need to do some work on the driver's side. I need to finish the bushings on that side, so it's still driving kind of weird. And I'll probably head up to Pensacola here in the next 2 weeks, and then that's when I'll probably find a place to park for a little bit and do the bushings, and then I'll go to Discount Tire and probably get some new tires, and hopefully I'll be okay for a while. I will probably be in Florida for 2 more weeks, and then I'm done. I think I'm done with Florida. I've been here for a while, though. I've been here for a month. Can't believe it's been that long already. No. It'll be a month next week. I love Eric. That guy was so cool. Eric from Nomadic Fanatic channel. If some of my longtime subscribers don't know who he is, go check out Nomadic Fanatic. He's actually the reason why I live this life. One of the reasons why. I started watching him several years before I actually hit the road full time. Future plans. So the way I'm kind of doing things is just taking things day by day at the moment. I have things I want to do this year, but I'm not giving myself a time frame, and I'm not going to beat myself over it if something doesn't happen. Last year, I traveled so much that I traveled 27,000 miles, and that's not to and from work miles, that's 27,000 miles all over the country. So, and I feel like I didn't truly, and of course I enjoyed myself, but I didn't truly enjoy myself. So, yeah, there's days I wake up and I want to head back home, head back west to my friends that I'm comfortable with. I'm sad I'm going to miss King of the Hammers. I have serious FOMO from that, but I really want to go to a Freedom Factory race, so that's on the list of things. So I'm going to try to do that. And then, let's see. So I'm fighting the urge to leave. I'm not really a big fan of Florida. Not really. There's not a lot of good camping here unless you're like an elite RV person, And the state parks on the beach here, it's $40 a night to camp. That's a little steep for me. I don't feel like spending $40 to sleep in my car on the beach when I can go spend all day at the beach for free and then go find a parking lot and camp. Although that's not really ideal for me. So I do want to get out of Florida. At least the peninsula part of Florida. I think I'll probably go to Panama City and Pensacola area. So when I was in the Navy, I was actually stationed in Pensacola. So I'm hoping I can get on the base with my disabled veteran card, and maybe there's a really good museum there that I like. I think I can get on the base, at least to the museum and stuff, and maybe make some videos where I can film and talk about my time in the military and why I didn't pass my school in Pensacola. But yeah, so I'm gonna go up there and check that out and take some time to work on my car. So that's the big plan. I gotta make some more content. I have a video that I was gonna edit and post today, but that'll come up on Thursday now. So I didn't edit it fast enough, so I just closed it out today anyway. So now, do I like the East Coast or West Coast better? And Darren, please don't take this offensive. I've been to DC and I'm just not in the mood to be in a city. Like, it's great and all, but it's too, and I understand what the area looks like around it. I was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia, so I do know what that area looks like. Virginia's great itself, and I like Delaware. It's okay, but I'm just not in the mood to be like in DC. It's too stressful for me. But as far as if I like the East Coast or the West Coast better, it's been a long time since I've been on the East Coast, and I spent quite a bit of time traveling around the East Coast when I was stationed in Virginia. But it's been a while, so I don't want to give my consensus on that. I like the West Coast right now a lot better than Florida because it's easy to camp. You can park basically anywhere and camp for free. You know, public land is easily accessible in the West. It's not easily accessible here. And the Forest Service, and they have the federal forest land, and then they have the state here, and to primitive camp, nothing, no vault toilet, no nothing, in the state forest is $16 a night. That would be if you had to pay to primitive camp in the West, you would probably pay around $4 to do that. So this really isn't, Florida is not a place if you're on a budget. I would have to say, not a lot of free stuff to do around here. Tampa has a lot of good free beaches, and I like the dog areas of the beaches. So I will give them that. And I'm gonna go check out the historic area, I hope, if I have time. But so yeah. I drive a Chevy. So yes, Chevy. I am going to, yeah, so, hey Jefferson. So, and not to talk about politics, I don't really have a political affiliation anymore, but there's not a lot of balance in Florida. There's just isn't. It's one way, and we all know which way it is, and I agree with some things on each side, but I don't like to choose a side because that's just not what I do. But there's not a lot of balance here. So if you're thinking, Jefferson, that's actually where I'm planning on going. I loved driving around and seeing those historic buildings. Those are really neat. It just seems like the day's not long enough sometimes. And sitting by the beach, it just calms me, and I end up taking a nap. Yesterday I took a nap and woke up at 8 p.m. Horrible timing. But if you're coming to Florida to do a vacation, don't come here with a really low budget in mind. If you're coming to Florida to vacation, set your money aside and enjoy it. And, you know, make sure you have money for RV resorts if you want to camp on the beach. You know, parking lot camping is not allowed in a lot of places. It's been very difficult. Cracker Barrels are okay. But like I said, on Daytona side, I had a tough time. And now, you know, kind of feel like I'm just running out of motivation to be here. Florida is so beautiful, and I wish I could have seen more. If you're gonna come to Florida, I would recommend putting money aside for a state parks pass and getting an, even though if you're only gonna be here for 2 weeks or a month, buy an annual pass so that you can go see Wyatt the Rabbit. I am not answering that question. Please do not do that. That is just, that's absurd. That's not a smart question. I refuse to get into that here. So I went to Crystal Beach. I only did 1 day though, because I'm choosing not to answer that question. And in fact, you're not allowed to leave any more comments. So there's that. I'm not going to get into a debate about that on my channel. You should already know the answer to that. I treat everybody equally. So, I went to Crystal Beach, and it was $4 to get in. Really awesome. I don't know how much the state parks pass is. And then keep in mind, there's county park passes and all that. But, bye 909 Adventures. Are you leaving, or are you saying later to someone else? So each county park has, you know, it's the same in every state. You know, there's county parks, state parks, city parks, all of that. But well, I don't hate anybody, Mr. Universe. Hate is very strong, and I've had some tough interactions with people. I don't hate anybody. Okay, you can go to, what is up with people? Why are these people so dumb? Sorry. Oh, okay, bye. Bye, 909 Adventures. Yeah, if you're gonna bring up race and all that on my channel, just leave. Because I'm just gonna hide you. Because I've never treated somebody differently because of what they look like. That's ridiculous. It's a very, like, hateful thing. And it's really, really not good to assume that of people. So, thank you, Brian, for checking about the state camping, or the state parks pass. So $60 a year, but does not include camping. Still, though, if you're wanting to go see all the, like, the stuff with the wildlife, manatees, and a lot of that, like, there's a lot of free areas to go see the manatees, which I haven't done yet because I have Bruce. So it's cool enough for me to leave him in the car. I just feel so bad. If I went to a lake and smelled like water and came back, he would be so sad. So, and keep that in mind too. If you have dogs, a lot of the fresh water, so $120 allows for a family pack. So you would have to pay for per person to get in the state park instead of car? I don't know. I would have to double check on that. Most of the time, your pass covers your car, not person. Unless it's like a theme park or something. But if you're bringing your dog to Florida, keep in mind the temperature outside and humidity, first of all. Like, Bruce does not do well in humidity. He does well in heat because we're from the desert. We are used to up to 115 degrees, even more. And obviously, I wouldn't bring him outside with that heat, but the humidity, he has a really tough time. So, leaving him in the car in certain times isn't feasible. And then, having him outside here that during that is not good. But dogs aren't allowed in a lot of places in Florida. And I actually have a video coming up of a lot of dog friendly places. I've been on a mission to find the dog friendly places because they're so hard to find. But people are so weird. Admit what? I need somebody to sign up as a moderator. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, I'm done with that. I'm not even gonna entertain that. Okay, so hi Alpha Gray. Anyways, just think about when you bring your dog. A lot of these places are natural habitats, so they obviously don't want your dog in there because, they're trying to let nature do its thing properly without the scent of dog, and that does have, it does affect wildlife. So, and it can be frustrating after a while when you're still trying to find things to do with your dog. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of dog parks, but Bruce doesn't really do well with the dog parks. The Tampa Bay beaches, though, dog beaches in Tampa Bay don't require them to be on a leash, which a lot of the other beaches, like Crystal Dog Beach over there, they still required you to even though it's a dog beach, it still required you to have your dog on the leash, so there was no exercise, and gators, yeah. So I was worried about gators with Bruce. It's still cold, but yeah, and I'm a rule follower. If it says no dogs, I'm not gonna take my dog there. I know some people were doing that and getting away with it. It's not worth the headache for me. So, but anyways, the Tampa Bay beaches, dog beaches, they do allow you to take your dog off the leash. There's like fenced areas along the water where you can just let your dog go, which is pretty cool. What's going on with me today? Nothing much. Nothing much. That's it. This is it. This is what you get. I tried to clean up a little bit. Anyways, these people pulled up in a really cute camper. I'm going to the Tampa RV Expo. I've never been to one. And so, who knows? Where's Bruce? Bruce, wake up. Come on. Come say hi. Come on. Come on. Come on. He's right. He ain't doing it. Man. So I do have content on alternate sites on one of them, but on the other one, I'm working on something to send to the people who have tipped, and they need to I forgot what I was saying. Damn. I'm sorry. What did I say? I lost it so fast. It just it exited my brain. I'm sorry. Aaron, you got a new dog? Yeah, Bruce, he ain't. Oh, there's a squirrel outside, Bruce. Come here. There's a squirrel. Get it. Yep. Got him. There he is. There's a squirrel. See it? Okay. So, yeah, it just, I still don't know what I was talking about. Okay, so, the sticker shock at the RV show, probably. But Eric from Nomadic Fanatic gave me this really good idea to pass up my business cards to certain companies that I might want to work with in the future as far as like camping goes. But I am thinking about upgrading, not getting rid of the Trailblazer. It's staying. But I might want to buy a truck and a cab over camper, or maybe buy a light off-road trailer for this. So I think the RV show would be good, and I'm definitely going to make a video. I might do a live stream from the RV show too. If you guys want me to do that, I'll do that. But and Bruce is allowed in there, so it'll be good. But oh yeah. Nope, I still don't remember what I was gonna say earlier. I'm sorry. Thanks. I try to be as natural as possible, but yeah. Oh, you got a Pomeranian. How cute. How cute. So yeah, so I won't be purchasing from the RV show, but it'll be a great opportunity for me to go look around and see what's out there, because as much as I love Trailblazer camping, and I don't think that'll ever go away, I think the Trailblazer for an option of camping will be good. But I've really been into looking at like classic trucks. I actually really enjoy working on the Trailblazer. So why not get another project? Just kidding. Hopefully not as bad as the Trailblazer, but I'd like to either find a classic Chevy pickup truck and put a cab over camper on it. Something that's 4-wheel drive, and something I can, put a nice camper on, and then have a table and a kitchen. Table, kitchen, and bed. That's all I need. I don't even need an indoor shower. I can have an outdoor shower, which would be great. So it'll be nice to look at my options. And, if I see something that I like that I could tow behind this, maybe that's an option too. I'm going to keep my options open. But I do think if I get another vehicle, I'd like to get a classic. I think it'd just be fun. I want to be different. Yeah, and easier to work on. So I've been really looking at the Dodge Ram Chargers, which wouldn't be a cab over camper thing. That would be a cool thing to go going. What's on Patreon? I'm trying to do better at Patreon, okay? I'm so sorry. But it's not really an adult site. But what I think I'm going to start doing is doing little chats on Patreon. Like recently I just did a chat where I talked about the wedding I didn't go to, and why I didn't go to it. So that was fun. It was like a little gossip session. Something I wouldn't put on the regular internet, but it was fine for Patreon. So hi Laura. I'm glad I can inspire you to do that. If you have any questions, you can email me at outandaboutwithdiane@gmail.com. Where is that? Jefferson, where do I go for that? Do you think I could see it from the west side of the Tampa Bay Peninsula in 2 hours? I do like all the space stuff that Florida has. Down there south of Daytona was a big space area, and because I was looking on the map, it looks really neat down there. Yeah, I was so close to it, but Daytona was just so... It was difficult for me. It was a difficult area. Oh. I get it. Oh yeah, so it's gonna be on that side where all that stuff is over there. I forget what town that's called. It's south of Daytona. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna make it over there. I'm trying to stay put because I've got that show coming, and I'm trying to save money because I still gotta drive back west. Speaking of puppy, I might be putting a deposit down on a puppy. An Aussie Corgi mix. Another short little leg dog for Bruce. So, I've been looking at getting another dog. Kind of why I want to upgrade my system. Am I wild? I live in the wild. I live outside. Oh, that's good to know. I'm gonna have to... I want to come back to Florida when I have the money to stay at the RV parks. You know, having a trailer would be nice because then I can get like 1,000 Trails membership or something and stay at the RV parks. I want to come back to Florida and do it right, you know? Yeah, so pets are great companions, and Bruce, I can tell, misses having canine companions around. When we lived with my ex-boyfriend, we had 2 other dogs. And Bruce is a great pack animal, but when we get to the dog park, he's not very good. He's okay around other dogs. He just doesn't know how to interact with them. He doesn't really fight. He doesn't like them coming up on him really fast, but of course money matters. You have to have money to survive. I live way below my means. I don't have a rent, mortgage. Only thing I pay is my business expenses, which is a lot more than the rest of my expenses. My car insurance, gas, food. I'm a pretty low maintenance person, but yes, money matters. You need to have money to live. Like, I cannot stress that enough. You need to have money. But you also need to know how to spend it properly and do things that way. What is up with these people? How often do I pull over to let Bruce out while driving? Bruce can go quite a ways, but usually if there's a rest area, I'll stop like 2 to 3 hours, and we do a good one. We do a good walk and a good stretch, but it depends on the area too. It depends on my time frame too. So usually if I go out, if I have to pee, I let Bruce out to pee, which I drink a lot of water, so that happens very often. Yeah, they are in full force. I'm not even gonna acknowledge them. If a guy, I don't care about a guy's money. I have my own money. I can take care of myself. But I'm not interested in dating anybody, so I'm not gonna date a broke person. That's for sure. So, vehicle maintenance is very expensive. Very expensive. The Trailblazer it's almost brand new, to be honest with you. So Bruce is like me, like a dog. When I feel like I want to go to the bar to socialize, and then the people, sometimes people do. They just flock to the new person that comes in the bar. I want to run out, and leave right away. Bruce is kind of the same way at the dog park. Let's see. Yearly registration is very cheap for me. It's about $100, but the maintenance is what gets me. Do I have a favorite auto shop? No, I don't. I don't really like to take my car to mechanics anymore. I paid about $2,000 in tools, I have a 1/2 inch impact drive. I have all my deep sockets. I have a really good wrench set. I have a 3-ton jack. I have jack stands. I try to work on my stuff myself. But favorite place to get tires? Discount Tire. Discount Tire all the way. They price matched me with Costco. They price matched Costco's price. And on top of that, they gave me a veteran discount. So last time I got tires, I got 4 tires for $800, and they're KO2s. They're big tires, so they're good. Thanks, Clint. Do I eat soul food? Of course I eat soul food. I love food. And I'll answer whatever question I damn well please. This is my channel. If you don't like it, go. Yeah, it was a good price. I will always go to Discount Tire for them now. I use air. I've never thought about using nitrogen in tires. Good to know that, Night Adventures. Wow. Bye, Lewis. I didn't know that. Because discount tires are hard to find in Louisiana. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to hear about that. Yeah, the catalytic converter thing is awful. I have a cracked muffler. But where my vehicle is registered, I don't have to do emissions. But I do need to get that fixed. My gas mileage tanked. It's so low. Yeah. I need to start making more money. I'm not marrying anybody. Sorry. I'm past the age of being married. I'm having a good time with myself and my dog. I love it. I live a pretty good life. Yeah, so I didn't know that about America's Tire. That's really good to know. They don't really advertise that. But that's a good hack. How was my day? My day was good. There's more food. Huh. That's interesting. But I have an air compressor, so I don't know how that would work with the nitrogen. And I have to air down when I go off-roading a lot of times. There's some cute puppies outside. I think children are beautiful. They're necessary to keep the world going. But I actually broke up with my ex-boyfriend because I wanted a family and he didn't. And now I'm just going with the flow. Yeah. So, oh, Billy, you live stationary out of a Trailblazer? It is cold, and the weather stripping on my doors needs to be replaced, so I get a lot of air coming in. So I need to redo that, but I'm trying not to stay where it's cold. But it was 32 degrees outside. Do I see a non-nomadic lifestyle? Yes. I am actually going to be looking at property when I head back west. Not to settle down immediately, but something that I can work on and have a home base. But I don't think I'll ever be done traveling, but I would like to have a home that's my own, that nobody can take from me. What's one piece of advice? Just keep going. If you really want to live this life, you could do it. Now, I mean, there might be people in different shoes than mine, obviously. Like, if you have a wife and kids, you might have to do things differently. You won't be able to live in a trailblazer, more than likely. But go find someone on the internet that is somewhat like you living this life and go see what they're doing. And no, things will not be exact. Things will not be exact. So, just, it will be your own journey. You're not going to be a carbon copy of someone else's journey. And the way you organize your life is going to be completely different than other people. And somebody will always be there to give you a hard time. But for every one person that's giving you a hard time, there's probably 10 that are just really admiring you and they're there to back you up. So they're just not out there in the open, but they're there. There's great people out there. What I've really learned about traveling around the country is people aren't as bad as everybody says they are. Everybody's actually getting along for the most part. Some parts are uncomfortable, but for the most part, everybody does get along. It's great to see. It really is. Hi, Paul. Hey, Troy. Zach, I don't want your home. I'm on my own. I lived with a man for 8 years. This time around, I'm going to set my life the way I want it. I'm going to buy my own piece of property, build a house the way I want to build a house, build a life the way I want to live. If somebody comes along and they want to join me, then that's great. If I allow them to. But in the meantime, I have zero interest in dating anybody. Zero. I'm not even close to being done on my own journey. There's no way that you can be in a good relationship with someone if you're not completely happy with yourself first. So I'm on my own journey to do that. Zero interest in dating. None. So then I'll go out and have a good time. But I was in a very controlling relationship, and it's kind of nice to make my own decisions without thinking about other people. It's nice. Yeah. Bruce sure does not like anybody in this passenger seat. That's not true. Dating, you can still have a free life and have kids. I see people live this life all the time with a lot of kids sometimes. A lot. Like, there's a lot of families living on the road right now. And I think it's so great to see kids out learning from experiences instead of being trapped in a classroom. Oh, I was not a good student because I just wanted to be outside the whole time. What's up, Olive? I will check that out. Who would win a fight between a taco and a grilled cheese sandwich? Taco. They're probably drinking tequila. How do I generate income on the road? I make money from ad revenue here on YouTube. I also have other streams of income on other social media sites that make me pretty decent money. So, yeah, there's links to it in the description of this video if you want to go check them out. But what is my dream vehicle? I don't know. I'm really into the classics right now. Really, like, maybe a lifted C10, like a classic C10 with a cab over camper would be pretty sweet. I really like the Dodge Ram Chargers too. I really want to get into classic stuff and learning how to work on vehicles and make them the way I want to. The mechanic stuff is actually really interesting to me. Thanks to Trailblazer. It's fun. It's like a puzzle. Bruce, don't be barking. No. Ooh, hot chocolate and peanut butter whiskey. That was really good. And Frito pie. That sounds like actually really good. It's cold. It was 30 degrees last night. The K5 blazer is actually really good. There's this guy I follow on Instagram. It's called July Photo Shoots, and it's all Chevy stuff. It's classic Chevy stuff. It's actually really cool. I like it. I am still doing OF. I am. It is the reason why I can do what I do. Do I like to cook? Yes, I do. Now, I need a different kitchen setup, but I have a stove that has like a griddle area and a burner, and I have an oven. So I did do some cooking in one of the last videos. No free overnight parking in Daytona at all. Don't even try it. Don't even try parking in Daytona for free, because my car got towed one time from a parking garage that I paid for the parking with Bruce in it. They towed my car with my dog in it, by the way. I was going in for like just a minute and they towed my car. And they left my dog in the car. They were going to leave him in the impound lot. I was so mad. Luckily, I got back there when my car was on the tow truck. But then I got kicked out of a Buc-ee's, which is like a rest area. I got cooked. I got kicked out of, let's see, Cracker Barrel, Walmart. Even here on this side, the truck stops, Pilot, TA. I think it was only a Pilot and a TA over in this area. They don't allow overnight parking unless you're a truck. So it's difficult. I've been bouncing around from Walmarts and Cracker Barrels on this side, and but the national forests, those are good places to go camping. So get the map from the National Forest website and decipher what is between state and and national forest. So the Ocala forest is not too far from Daytona. So you could camp there, and you could do things during the day. Oh, I don't know. It's still so far. There's a Love's outside of Daytona, north of Daytona, where you can park overnight. But it's not in Daytona. It's in I forget what beach it is. It's the beach right above Daytona. Right between Flagler and Daytona. I forget what the name of it was. But that one is a good spot. A try-on haul? That's not really what my channel's about, but my undergarments that I'm wearing is a sponsored thing coming up. So I actually do have some sort of a try-on haul coming up. Trying to figure out how to do it without getting demonetized. So you're not allowed to stay overnight in the Buc-ee's in Daytona. That's why I got kicked out. Thank you, Vibehoff. Thanks, Tuffy. I like your profile picture. I'm not gonna do any more social media stuff until I catch up on my stuff. So I've never modeled for anything actually myself. I just recently lost all this weight, so I'm starting to feel better about myself. Maybe I was thinking about maybe doing events and maybe getting paid to show up and bartend at parties or something like that. I think that'd be fun. I miss bartending. I was a bartender in Amarillo, Texas, and in Vegas. So I do miss that, and I think it'd be a good way to make money. Maybe have people pay me to work at their parties. I think that'd be cool. We'll see. I'd have to get like a liquor license or a tobacco alcohol card in wherever I'm working, so. I like Texas sometimes. Thank you, everybody. I do have friends that model for Can-Am and BMW, Monster. I have a lot of model friends. It's the cool part about being from California. There's I've got a lot of beautiful friends that are awesome. They love off-roading and dirt stuff just like I do. So it's fun to watch them do that stuff. You're from Lubbock. The lady who raised me was from Lubbock. Thank you. It's such a beautiful day. It is. I like it out here. It's pretty. But it is almost time to go. I'm gonna go to the Freedom Factory race for sure. Hey, thanks guys. Hit that thumbs up button. And if you guys are interested in the alternative stuff, the links in the description. If you want to keep me going. I have had alligator and frog legs. They're actually both really good. The alligator kind of tastes like calamari to me. I guess the way they cook it. But, which is weird, I had it in California. In Manhattan Beach. At a place that, I forget what it was called. Yeah, I had to pay the guy $200 to get my car off the thing. I would have paid whatever it costs. I would, no offense. I guess if the money was there, I'd be a spokesperson for Ford, but after all the things I've said about Ford, I don't think they would choose me. I don't think I would be a great spokesperson for Ford because I drive a Chevy. I love Chevy. I love Chevrolet. Both American vehicles, but what was my decision moment? I was in a relationship that I hated. And I knew I didn't want to pay rent. Every time I went camping and came home, on the way home, I would cry because I didn't want to be in the city. So one day I broke up with my boyfriend, packed my stuff, and did this full time. Once I realized I could make money on the internet. So it's great. I don't think I have badges on this channel. I don't have memberships or anything because I need to catch up with my other content on other things. I need to get better at that. Thanks, Bill. I did. I lost quite a bit of weight. 75 pounds. The dog park is happening. Dog beach. Lots of water activities here. I brought my paddleboard. Oh, thank you, More Adventure. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you. I brought my paddleboard and I have not even used it. So I can't really put in on the freshwater because of Bruce. But maybe when I go to Panama City, I can use it on the beach area. Oh. It is getting busy. It's nice. I am not on that site. The bum. So if you're on there because of me, I'm not on there. Let's see. I'm trying to stay out of that harsh light. Let's see. Did not help at all. I wish the chat would just stay up. Let's do that. Thank you, Zach. Thanks for the tip, more adventures. I really appreciate that. We have 56 people watching. Hello, everyone. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna be on there. I got too much stuff going on. Maybe I'll do some. It's kind of hard to do that stuff in this vehicle, so it's easier for someone who has an apartment with a room. So maybe once I get a trailer, I don't want to get in trouble. You know, that stuff is frowned upon in public. I am good, Marcelo. How are you? I'm doing really well, actually. Oh, don't worry about me, Susan. I don't need a man to take care of me. And I feel like a lot of women could have taken care of themselves during the time where it was essential to have a husband, but they just let people tell them that they needed a man to take care of certain things. But boy, there's so many incredible women that I look up to, that are the pioneers for things that I do, like traveling around the country. This just, I really do look up to a lot of women that travel around to ghost towns in the 20s. Oh my gosh. And they were ghost towns in the 20s. I love just reading about that stuff. I do run into quite a few nomads that do veterans that do the nomad life. A lot of veterans are attracted to this lifestyle. You know, there's not a lot of responsibility, and you can come and go. And you know, when you're in the military, you're always moving and going, but then you're not being told what to do. You don't have to be stuck to one thing, which is great. I would love a bigger vehicle, but the Trailblazer does so well. If I do get another vehicle, I will be overhauling the Trailblazer and making it strictly probably an off-road vehicle. I think it'd be a really cool rock crawler. I want to hang out with Eric more. I should message him, actually. Let's see. He is a nice person. He is a nice person. And I'm going to say this with all my heart. Do not let people's assumptions of other people hinder your opinion about them. And I'm not trying to stir up anything bad, but Eric's a great dude. He's really nice. And if I would have just listened to what everybody, all these people gossiping have never even met the guy in person. They're just around hearsay. And I don't do hearsay. You can tell me all these things, but I like to develop my own opinion about people, so I could think he's a great guy, and you can think he's a jerk. Two different opinions, but don't let other people determine how you perceive someone, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'll ignore them all, Keith. I'm so good at ignoring. Thank you, Francis. What color are my eyes? They're blue. They change a little bit between gray and blue. He puts out great content. He actually goes to fun places. I need to start doing that, but I do need to start doing that. I'm trying to stick in one place for longer so I can do stuff like that. Last year, all I did was drive. I never stayed in one area long enough to actually enjoy these places. So when when people are like, "Come here, come meet me," I'm not making plans with people anymore. I'm just gonna, if you're there at the same time I am, then great. But besides that, let's start. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Hey, let's see. Yeah, somebody called me. A person who I thought was my friend called me homeless the other day. Like it was a bad thing. And she has to lie or ask her husband about, she has to lie to her husband about her expenses because he's the one that makes the money. And she's a stay-at-home mom, but the kids go to school all day. And the kids live with her mom during the week, so I don't even know what's going on, but I would rather just make my own money, spend it where I want to, not have to worry about rent or mortgage. We've got some scary stuff coming up, I think, in the world, in the economy. It's getting worse, it seems like, and I'll be buying property then. So I've been looking at property that's like owner carry property that's like cheap, like $7,000 for a couple of acres. That's raw land. There's nothing there, no well, no electricity, but at least it's something I can fence off and put my stuff in. And I've been looking at all the rules on like certain areas where if it's like that, you can only camp on your property 30 days out of the year. That's not what I want. If I buy a piece of property, I want to be able to live on it or do whatever I want. So I've been doing a lot of research, and I think it's going to be a really great content looking for property and doing all that. So hopefully it'll open people's ideas of what's possible. You don't have to be in debt. America wants you to be in debt so you can rely on them. Oh, thank you so much. I hope I'm saying this right. Vibe Huff? I gotta sneeze, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. I think I held it back. That's great. Yes, so there are places, like if you buy a raw piece of land, if you don't plan on developing on it or having permits to develop and do stuff like that, you're only allowed, you can't like technically camp on your own land. So like, if you're not gonna have a house on it, like what could you do? You just go walk around every once in a while. So technically you would be camping if you put like an RV on there. Some places you're not even allowed to put an RV on your own land. So it's really important to research places. That's why I take my time with things like this. Like I could have bought a piece of property a long time ago, but I got to think about what I want and what the deal is and all that. The goal is no building code, and I would like the owner carry deal. Like pay the land off in 3 years and be done, and not have to deal with a bank. So we'll see. I think it'd be fun. It's gonna be a fun adventure. There's places where I know there's no building code because the buildings look sketchy as heck. Oh no, she's not my friend anymore. Not at all. Ooh, Lake Superior. So, I think, I mean, not set in stone, but I've got some travel plans this summer. We'll see how it goes. Ooh, a motocross track would be fun. Actually, I know someone. It's in California, though. out by, let's see, Four Corners, Kramer Junction. I think there's a motocross track for sale out there. Or a piece of land next to it. Hello, John from Maine. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say. I gotta respond to some messages on my other sites. I'm sorry. And yeah. Apple Valley, that's where I'm from. Do I know you? Well, I'm from Summit Valley, but it's right there. It's right across the river. That's where I'm from. That's my home spot. I mean, my home base is in Pahrump, but do I know someone from every state? I've thought about that, and probably are pretty close. Oh, nice. Hello in Calabasas. I was stationed in Point Mugu, California. Good spot. Beautiful weather. Mudslides right now, though. Ojai area. Praying for all those people. Mudslides are scary. Man, you know when you have those fire disasters one year at least, and the next 2 years there's gonna be terrible rain, mudslides. It's like a guaranteed thing. I like the river and the lake. I miss the Southwest. You can go in fresh water and things aren't gonna try to eat you. It's great. Florida kind of scares me a little bit. And I saw a bear behind my tent when I was camping. I mean, I've seen bears in the Southwest and in the mountains and stuff, but like, there's bears on top of everything else that Florida has. So, I think one day when I get a better setup, like the truck with maybe a cab over camper, I'm going to drive from Alaska to Key West. I think that's when I'll really do Florida. I think it'd be fun. Maybe take a ferry up to Alaska and then drive down, depending on what the borders look like. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna go. We've been on here for a while. If you guys want, you can check out my alternative links. That's what keeps me on the road. Those are in the description, so that'd be good. And I don't know what else to say. Got some adventures coming up. Hopefully, I want to relax up there in the Panhandle area, so. But thanks, Aaron. Well, if I do Alaska, it will be during the summer in the not hot, but in the warmest time possible. I will not drive in the winter or be anywhere in the winter. I don't do winter. That's why I'm here in Florida. And I think next winter I will probably be in Mexico. That's what the goal is. Yeah, I don't usually tell people I'm from California. I usually just go straight for Nevada, but yeah, it is what it is. I bet in about 5 years, California might be a nice place to live. It might be super cheap to live there. Thank you, OU B12 812. Thank you. Bye, Clint. I'm gonna head out. I will see you guys in the next one. Maybe we'll do these once a month. Thanks, 99 Adventures. Go check out his channel. That's pretty good. All right. Bye.